your hopes up, boy, that this is gonna last. Cause she sells this and that and she moves fast. She'll forget your name and everything you had, and she'll move on, but you still look so bad. Cause she jumps from guy to guy like she's on a trampoline. She breaks hearts left and right like it don't mean a thing. She says it's real in the way she feels, but that's a lie. Cause she says that to every guy. Ooh. You take her out on the town that Friday night. She shows up in that dress, skin tight. What you don't know is she's here to impress the other guys, and you're blind and still hypnotized. Cause she jumps from guy to guy like she's on a trampoline. She breaks hearts left and right like it don't mean a thing. She says it's real in the way she feels, but that's a lie. Cause she says that to every guy. Ooh. I wish you all the best in the quest to make her yours. Just remember that I warned you before. Cause she jumps from guy to guy like she's on a trampoline. She breaks hearts left and right like it don't mean a thing. She says it's real in the way she feels, but that's a lie. Cause she says that to every guy, and she sells that to every guy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Conor Walsh, and this is Walsh Wednesday. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Walsh Wednesday concert series. With me this week, I have singer-songwriter friend Sara Pierson.
Hello.
Thank you very much for coming on, Sarah.
No problem. Glad to be here.
So we've been having a lot of the singer-songwriter group come in recently. You're the third one. We had Justin, we had Paige, and I've just been amazed with everybody in that group. So trying to get in as many as possible. So thank you for coming on. You have a wonderful sound, and a wonderful sound that's distinct here at this college. Here at St. Rose, there's really not too many people who appreciate country music. I do, and I know we've talked about this before, but tell me about your love for country music just in general and why you continue to pursue it here where there's maybe not as much of it.
Yeah. I actually didn't listen to country music.
Really?
My own. Yeah, I was much more of a pop kid. I listened to a lot of like Katy Perry and like Kelly Clarkson, like back when Kelly Clarkson was like considered pop. And probably my freshman year of high school, I started actually listening to stuff that my dad listens to, and I was like, wow, this is like good stuff. It was like that 90s country, and I fell in love. That's what my dad listened to when I was growing up, and I was like, oh, that's parents' music. And I was like, I'm not going to listen to that. But then I started listening to it, and I was like, wow, these songs are incredible, and they make me feel things, and they make me want to dance, or they make me want to just like live my life. And so from that point on, I was like, country music is the way to go. I started writing, and I was like, well, this fits me perfectly.
Oh, that's wonderful. So now you're from New York, so it's not like you're from out south or west or anything. But where again from New York are you from?
I'm from North Creek, New York.
Okay.
It's a tiny town in the Adirondack Park.
So you kind of have a little bit of that country feeling where you are anyway. Mm-hmm. So maybe could you tell us about your experience back home then?
Yeah, so I grew up in a very small town, and so everyone was really tight-knit, and we all knew each other. And when I went to high school, I was like the music person. And my mom encouraged me to do an open mic night at this local bar. And I was like, oh no, I'm 14, I'm scared. And then I did it, and it was so freeing that I was like, wow, I did that. I can do this as a career. I can make money doing this. That's insane. And so after I performed at that open mic night, I got a call from another restaurant in town, like within a week, saying, hey, do you want to play an hour gig? And I was like, an hour gig? What? I only have one song.
That's a jump.
Yeah, and so like that, whatever, next week, I performed an hour gig, and I was so nervous, but everyone in town, like everyone I knew was there. And so it was so comforting, and it was like having family there. And then from then on, every gig that I did in town was like I was at a family get-together, because just everyone was so supportive and was really like excited for a new young person to be doing music in town. So
that's really sweet.
Yeah.
So wait, what'd you do then if you only had one song? You played a bunch of covers, I imagine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played I had, I think, one original song, and then I played covers for the rest of the hour. And I had to learn all those covers.
So it wasn't as if you even knew it right away. Oh my God. God bless you.
Yeah.
But that's cool how you had that jump in, like how one opportunity leads to another.
Yeah.
That's quite amazing. Now, tell us a little bit about your songwriting process. Let's dive into what influences you. How do you come up with your writing?
So a lot of my more like popular upbeat songs are influenced by stuff that I've seen. I don't really tend to write a lot of songs about my personal experience. I grew up in the bar business, and so I saw a lot of stuff that a 12-year-old shouldn't see. But I saw it, and I took all those memories and all those things that I've seen, and I put them into songs that I write, because from my perspective, this is how things went out, and I love to tell stories with my music. That's why I was so attracted to country music, because it's very story-oriented, and I loved to give my perspective on what was happening in my life or around me, which was interesting, yeah.
Nice. Would you say that you have a particular song that is probably nearest or dearest to your heart? Obviously, in my case, Spend Some Time is like that song for me. Do you feel like you have one of those?
One of my favorite songs to perform, and like one of my favorite songs that I've ever written, is She's Trouble.
That's a good song. Yes.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I sing it, and I'm like, I can't believe I wrote this. This is just too good. But I've written some, like, slower stuff that I really treasure. I wrote a song with my dad who, he's never played, he doesn't know how to play any instruments, and he kind of sings sometimes. But we wrote a song called What Country Is together, and that's to date, one of my favorite songs to play out and, like, talk about, because I wrote it with my dad, and it was a very emotional, like, what we thought country music is to us.
Wow, that's really sweet. I feel that a lot of songs, I asked my dad for a number of advice, and he too never played an instrument. Ask him, he said the only thing he played was the stereo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's cool that you have that background and relationship with him. That's really sweet, especially since he introduced you to that kind of music. So that's really awesome. Is there any upcoming projects or anything that you're working on right now that you want to talk about?
I don't have anything just yet. As you know, we're both juniors. We're going to be seniors, and hopefully working on that senior project next year.
Yep.
It's scary.
But it sounds like you got plenty of material now.
Yeah.
It's not like that bar back when you were 14.
No, I definitely have a lot of music that I want to show off to people. And I've been quite busy recently just with school, so no projects yet, but I work really hard on what I put out in the world, and so it's really hard for me to record something and be like, oh, I'm happy about this, and so I'm looking forward to working on it as like an exclusive project in the coming year or years. Hopefully this works out.
So about the two songs that you're performing for us today, do you think you might be able to tell us a little bit of the background with them?
Yeah, I can. So the first song I sang She Says That to Every Guy. I was probably a senior in high school, like senior, junior, something like that. And it was about a friend that I had and I currently have, where they don't know. But they would bounce around from guy to guy, and I was like, this is weird. This is like, I mean, I get it, but we're in a small school, so you can't just do that. And then she would tell them, oh, I love you, or all whatever sentiment in it, whatever she said. And I was like, no, you don't. You would just jump around and say I love you to everyone. And that's kind of like the idea, the song seed of She Says That to Every Guy. And it was kind of like a song warning a guy getting himself into this trouble.
Fair.
Yeah. And then the other song, Amazing, is I wanted to write something with a story. Something that was very clear what the story was. It wasn't like cryptic or like straight through. That was the story. And so the first part of the story is the girl meeting the guy for the first time in a bar, and they kind of just immediately click. And then she's just expressing in the chorus like this is the best time of her life. Like she can't even imagine her life without this person anymore. And then the next verse goes into they move in together, and then he proposes, and then the last part is they get married, and now they're living their life, and she wouldn't have it any other way. And I thought that was just a beautiful story to tell of like a life together and like a romance together.
Well, I think that you tell it very well, that's for sure. And that's one of the wonderful things about country music, about how the storytelling element is truly there. And I feel like you're able to capture that very well. Yeah. So congrats on that. And I can't wait for more. And next year, come senior project time, that should be very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Sarah, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank
really
you for
appreciate
having
it. Not a problem.
As you walked up to me, you said a pretty little girl like you shouldn't be drinking all alone. So you bought the next round of PBRs, and we talked about football and vintage guitars when a slow song came on, and you asked me if I wanna dance. And I blushed and I smiled and I shook my head, but then I reached out and took your hand. There was magic in the air that night as we danced under the neon lights. This could be the rest of my life, and that'd be fine. And I hope this is just a dream, 'cause being here with you means everything to me. 'Cause you are amazing. You're amazing. A few years go by and we're moving together, and everyone says that we're forever, and I think that they're right. 'Cause even though we fight, we're still in love, and even when the times are getting tough, I know you'll stand by my side. You got on one knee and popped the question. You pulled out a ring and we prepared for a wedding. There was magic in the air that night as we danced under the fairy lights. This could be the rest of my life, and that'd be fine. And I hope this isn't just a dream, 'cause being here with you means everything to me. 'Cause you are amazing. You're amazing. did I get so lucky with you? Don't know what on earth I'd do if I had never met you. 'Cause that night was a dream come true. 'Cause there was magic in the air the night as we danced under the neon lights. This is the rest of my life and we're just fine. And I know this isn't just a dream, 'cause you are always here with me. And I'm thankful for everything, 'cause you are amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. As always, I'm Conor Walsh.
And I'm Sara Pierson.
And we're glad we got to.
Spend some time.
Have a good one, everybody.